A view of I-40 in Chesapeake Energy Arena, taken from the Skydance Bridge in Oklahoma City. That's our setting tonight. And you've got it on 2K Sports for Wednesday night action in the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me tonight, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, with our Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Well, the Oklahoma City Thunder has moved up the rankings defensively year after year. Coach Billy Donovan said, "I've said it all along. We've got to be a team that hangs our hat on defense. And with their size and athleticism, there's no reason they can't be the best defense in the league." Kevin?
And they bring that physicality. Thank you, David. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. Take a look at the Hawks. They're moving on up. 4th spot in the rankings this time around.
And I look at Oklahoma City. They've started out slow. It's not for a lack of want to. It's just the way the roster is composed. They have as many questions on that roster as they have answers.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Hood in at the small forward. And for Oklahoma City, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul. And it's Bazley in at the 3 slot. It'll be the Thunder off the tip. Here's Paul. Adams outside. Back to Paul. Pulls from the top of the key. Collins grabs the miss.
And you look at the way Steven Adams has developed his offense the last few years. It's been a huge boost for this team. He has always been a great defender, but now he is an important cog on this team in terms of scoring. Yeah, coach's pet peeve there, no box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
Now here's Paul. 23 points for him the last game against the Rockets in Houston. Passes to Adams. Back to Paul. 6 to shoot. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. And with Adams in his offense, you forget how young he is.
And big men, sometimes they just take a little longer to find their path in the NBA. And Adams has certainly found his. I remember him being in mostly to screen and rebound when he was a rookie, but look how far his game has come.
Here's McCollum. Yes, that goes in.
Ooh, what body control from McCollum. This guy's just a scorer. He takes on all comers.
Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to San Antonio. Pass to Adams. Great D that time from Nurkic.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Hood, the pass to Lillard. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Here's Paul. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. Perhaps no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top talent.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. And even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still is strong as ever.
Looking at league trends, do you miss the physicality of years past, which was so much a part of the time that you played?
I do, Kev. I do miss the physical game. I miss the bumping, the grinding outside in there in the paint. But I also love the new game and the spacing. You know, you can appreciate the game so much more. It's like going to a ballet and being able to see the movement of the players, what they're doing out here. And so I love the fact it's not hampered by guys getting thrown to the floor and grabbed. Do like the physical play, though. I just want to find a happy medium.
Here's Bazley following the score by Damian Lillard. From deep, Gallinari. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound in this one. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Outside Hood. Lillard against Paul. Clock at 6. Adams against Hood. Kept alive. Collins. It's deflected.
Oh, he's a real menace. Nurkic is 7'1". He's difficult to guard without foul. Well, the best season of his career, Kevin. But then Yusuf Nurkic suffered that gruesome leg injury. It was a huge loss for the Blazers and a long road to recovery for Nurkic.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Blazers were looking for that 3rd star. Chris Nurkic was starting to look like he might fit the bill.
Well, Kevin, let's think about it. You could argue that he was one of the top 5 centers in the league last season. He just turned 25, so hopefully he's still on the upslope of his career.
And both free throws good for Nurkic.
Oh, man, an underrated big man. Nurkic, I mean, his brute strength is intimidating to deal with on both ends.
There's the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot comes out, and the Trailblazers going the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
They looked overmatched, GA. I thought they lacked aggressiveness and heart out there.
Now here's Hood. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's guarded by McCollum.
Well, a look at that 2018 Clippers draft pick and Gilgeous-Alexander. His incredible size at the point guard spot makes him one of the more intriguing players from that class.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
How about up over the 80% mark from the line last year? So he's happy and also consistent there with those numbers.
The first free throw is good. And last season with Gilgeous-Alexander, Greg, you could see what he was capable of with his length.
Well, he is just so difficult to slow up when he's running downhill at a defender. Already a plus defender in his offense coming along. He could be a scary figure at that point guard position.
He's off on the second. And for the Thunder, a lot of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking.
Here's Paul, following the score by Damian Lillard. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Takes a 3. And no good that time. And the Thunder going the other way now. Paul against Lillard. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Paul. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
And that medium range area, that was Paul's bread and butter when he entered into the league. I mean, then he added range to that.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And it's the Thunder with the ball after the Trailblazers pick up 2. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Inside, here's Adams. Again, the Thunder score.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. Ball's knocked loose. Paul with the ball. Lillard picks him up. Goes up, and Adams with the slam.
And that's all started by Paul's anticipation. He creates the turnover, then jump starts them in transition.
Portland with the ball. Now Lillard. 32 points for him last game against San Antonio. Jacks up a three. And it's Bazley with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Misses from short range.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
Here's Hood. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
Lillard against Paul. Out left to the wing. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
And the pick and roll tandem of Damian Lillard and Yusuf Nurkic, one of the most unstoppable in our league.
Yeah, Nurkic as a role man, not only a scorer, but also a capable passer too. He had the second most assists on the team last season. He and Lillard have mastered the nuances of the pick and roll game.
Noel's checked in for the Thunder. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Chris Paul. Whiteside's checked in for the Trailblazers. Hezonja comes in for Hood. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Hey, Chris, with Dirk retiring, who now has the best fadeaway, you think, in the game from the post position?
It's a man that stole his move. Now, he didn't need to steal it. He just added on to his game. He's a great person. He's not a thief, but he uses that one-leg kick fadeaway, and he's the same height as Dirk. Oh, that's Kevin Durant, the best fadeaway in the game, period.
Towns is developing a nice one, too.
Oh, you know what? I love Towns' games inside, and what makes Towns so good is that he can fade away over the right shoulder. And you know why that makes him so tough? Because he can come over the left shoulder with a jump hook. Most guys with the best fadeaways, they have a counter that already gets you hung in on that counter, and then when you're thinking about that original move, bam, they hit you with the fadeaway.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Terence Ferguson comes in for Gallinari. And it's Robertson in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And 6 straight playoff appearances for the Blazers under Terry Stotts. Last season making the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, GA, and he was rewarded with a multi-year contract extension. He's done a great job developing their young players while also having them compete at a high level.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Muscala's checked in. And Portland with a change here, too. Simons, he's checked in for McCollum. Now, here's Robertson. Pass to Noel. Right wing. Now, here's Schroeder. He's covered closely. Here's Hezonja, and the rejection by Noel. Whiteside, good.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Schroeder outside. Passes it to Mccollum. From past the arc. The shot, no good. Now Portland takes it the other way.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter. And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
Here's Ferguson. No points in the game yet for him. Will it go? Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
No, absolutely not. And in his mind, no one can stop him on that, no matter the size.
And the first few seasons in the NBA, not an easy time for Terence Ferguson. Young wings have their ups and downs, but the franchise still very much believes in his talent.
They get it back. Hezonja, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 9.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Muscala with the ball. Back to Schroeder. A rebound by Simons. And with Ferguson, the fans can be hard on him. They're expecting more. But, Greg, it's going to take time for him.
You know, Ferguson has already made big strides with his defense. The shot and consistency will come, but the fans will have to be patient with it.
Now, here's Schroeder. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Rockets in Houston. 4 on the shot clock. Robertson, the pass to Schroeder. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. To the middle. Here's Hassan. Oh, that's blocked. But they get it back. Launches a 3. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
And how about the perseverance offensively? I mean, following up the missed shot, and that results in second and third opportunities.
Now, here's Schroeder. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Ferguson for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Well, it's a matter of pride and a matter of each side trying to seize control of this game right now.
Here's Simons. And while we've got this moment here, now let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. Second, the Thunder.
And this team, in terms of scoring off of turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really look to disrupt and cause problems defensively, and boy, do they take advantage on the other end.
He's off on the first. All players look for an edge, Chris. For example, certain guys are just so deceptive with the ball in their hands. I mean, you're always looking for whatever can give you that advantage.
Two of the best. Players and people can complain as much as they want, but Harden getting to the line is genius because he knows how you're guarding him, and basically you got to stay away from him to guard him because he's so skilled. And by the way, Curry does the same thing, and Curry, one of the smaller players in the league, but always finding a way to take the contact, take the bump, but to get the scoring up. And I think as a fan, for me, I know as a fan, for me, it's fun watching the cat and mouse game between the offensive player and the defender, seeing who can get the best of each other while involving the ref.
Well, they just control their bodies so well. They know exactly what they need to do to get that call.
And it's all on the spur of the moment. I mean, this is
right.
all on the fly. Such genius to watch play.
Here's Schroeder after Pau Gasol's bucket. Now, here's Schroeder. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And he's still waiting to make his first shot for the night. Now 0 of 4. Lets it go with a 3. Trailblazers keep it alive. Whiteside, no good. For Oklahoma City, their last game was a loss to the Rockets.
Yeah, on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
And then it starts to become a mental block. You start to think, oh, man, I can't miss the next one.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
52 seconds left in the first quarter. Now, here is Mccollum, defended by Gasol. Hits it from three-point range. Ferguson's got a couple of threes now in the first for Oklahoma City. Trailblazers leading by 11. Inside, here's Hassan, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
The Trailblazers shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
And a season ago at the charity stripe, this is a group that shot an impressive 81%.
Thunder trailing by 14. Schroeder outside to the inside. Gasol with the steal. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Pass to Hassan. Drains it from beyond the arc. Hassan's got 13.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, you got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
The Trailblazers had put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
And he sinks the second.
And over the years, Gasol has proven himself to be a valuable teammate, someone guys love to be around, a guy that plays well with just about anybody.
Got a piece of it. He got it up. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been active and effective. Back to the action after this word. The leadership mantle, something that Damian Lillard welcomes. He talked about what that means to him.
A lot of responsibility. When things go bad, you know, people are going to look to you first. You know, they're going to point the finger at you first. And when things go well, they're going to give you the credit. So I think it's just a balance of those two things, you know, being willing to be that guy and being excited about it. I think you got to have fun with it.
Right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
Yeah, I mean, he plays with so much confidence and composure, but also it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, the Trailblazers enjoying a nice lead here.
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
Credit to coaching, GM. Some guys wouldn't have made those substitutions in the first quarter, but now it's paying off.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Whiteside is out there with Pau Gasol. Then there's Kent Bazemore. Then it's Hazonia. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. That's good from Schroeder. Hey, Chris, this year Pioneer Chuck Cooper inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. Long overdue, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, he was the first African-American player ever to be drafted. I mean, let's just think about that. Jackie Robinson of basketball. He paved the way, and what he endured, and his teammates, by the way, of all colors, is well documented. And I think the Celtics need to, and I think they will retire his number 11 and have it hang up in that famed Raptors of theirs over there.
I agree. The free throw drops for Robertson.
And the Blazers, one of the best offenses in the league. I mean, their guards can make most any shot. And they've got some glass eaters to chase down any misses.
And he can't hit the second. And the Blazers rely on their guards in McCollum and Lillard to generate, Chris, a lot of their offense.
You're sometimes right, Kevin, and it can even be to a fault at times. I mean, they need more offense from their front court. Guys who can pound the ball inside and generate some easy offense around the rim.
Here's Ferguson after Pau Gasol's bucket. Here's Robertson. A 3-ball. It's deflected.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Lillard's checked in. Now here's Bazemore, defended by Robertson. Now we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Bazemore gets the bucket.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Paul kicks to Mccollum. This one for three. Offensive rebound. Here's Noel. And Noel throws it down hard.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. And the defense has to be aware of this. When you don't put a body on him, you pay the consequences.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. Now here's Paul. He has 5. Yep, that one goes.
That's the guy you want running the pick and roll. Paul's decision-making is great in those sets.
Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. Here's Whiteside, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And looking at the numbers for Whiteside the last few years, Greg, it seems like his production has come back down a bit.
And for a minute, Whiteside looked like he could be a dominant center, but he struggled since his great 2017 season. Shot selection has been hurting, and sometimes it feels like he is in his own way as a player. Well, he might not be blocking 4 shots a game anymore, but Hassan Whiteside's still a factor in the paint defensively.
Now, here is Gallinari. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Rockets in Houston.
And there was a lot he gave him on that other end of the floor. Don't forget about that. His defense was a big factor. He ended up with 3 steals.
Trailblazers leading by 17. Lillard, right side. Whiteside, no good. And with Whiteside, his size and length set him apart from others defensively. Greg, even at the center position.
You just can't ignore the reach and coverage that Whiteside has when he's in the paint. Even though the block numbers aren't what they once were, the amount of shots he changes is still very high.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
Lillard attacking. The quick look, no good that time.
Tells you a little something about their team. They've been able to pull in front despite his troubles tonight.
And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. And there's the pass to Hood. 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Adams. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Lillard with the rebound. Trailblazers leading by 15. From deep. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing up.
Well, last season, a bit of a renaissance for Gallinari.
And the way Gallinari stepped up last season, Kevin, was a big reason the Clippers were as strong as they were. Now, on the other side of 30, he's been playing some of his best basketball here of late.
First free throw is good. Use of Nurkic. He's checked in for Portland. Both shots good from the stripe.
Oh, this is a big fella who has no problems at the foul line. I mean, very smooth touch on the stroke.
Here's McCollum. The offensive rebound. Nurkic. Here now, the upcoming schedule for the Portland Trailblazers. On Saturday, they'll be matching up with Al Horford and the Philadelphia 76ers. Then on Monday, they'll take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. And the first one drops. And last season, a rare 5-by-5 game achieved by Yusuf Nurkic. 24 points, 23 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, Greg, and 5 blocks in a game against the Kings.
And how about the only player ever to log a 20, 25, and 5 game? The Bosnian Beast making a name for himself.
And with a younger generation of fans cutting the cord, Adam Silver has talked about ways, Chris, to make the games, the NBA games, more accessible.
Yeah, and as a guy, Kevin, that played on the West Coast, I know many people aren't happy with this idea, but I say move the games up an hour. Move it to 6 o'clock so that I could watch LeBron on the West Coast when I'm living on the East Coast and be to bed by a normal time where kids can stay up. But how about the streaming? I mean, you can watch it on your phone. So many better in different ways now. I mean, before, if you were traveling, you could never watch a game because you had to be by a TV set stuck into a wall. Now, that's your phone, your pads, and everything else. So I love the game. It's becoming more global because of the expansion and how we've gotten players out there in front of fans. And now, with the access that fans have from some type of mobile device, I just love it. I love it.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander following the miss by Rodney Hood.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Here's McCollum. Steven Adams making his last shot. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Paul. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. And that's 11 points for Chris Paul. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Well, C-Web, Chris Paul can make some fancy passes every so often, but he's considered a great passer for making the right pass at the right time.
Yeah, Kevin, and you know, it always doesn't have to be about the no-look pass. I mean, Paul is effective by making simple, fundamental passes and keeping his turnovers down. As impressive as his assist totals are, they are even more incredible when you put them up by his low turnover numbers.
Collins trying to break free. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 9 points for Lillard.
And look at that, the touch of Lillard inside, so impressive. He's terrific at generating points.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Trailblazers leading by 12. Lillard scanning the floor. And Lillard gets double-teamed. Kicks it to Nurkic. Lots of room. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got his 7th rebound here tonight. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
I appreciate the aggression, but that's already his 2nd foul. He's got to play it a little safer now.
Off the inbound pass, and Paul lays it in. Paul's got 13 points.
And once Paul finds his rhythm, I mean, watch out. He can score in a multitude of ways.
Portland's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the 2nd quarter so far. Pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. They get it back, and it goes down 2 points. And the Trailblazers lead by 12.
Love the heart that Collins is playing with. He makes use to give his all on the offensive glass.
Uses both hands to slam it down.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, Kevin, you're right. They needed that. And I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
Here's McCollum. following the score by Oklahoma City. Dishes it to Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. He's got 11.
Well, there's never going to be hesitation from Lillard on his catch-and-shoot opportunities. His confidence through the roof on those.
Passes it to Adams. Here's Paul. Puts it up from 17. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Baisley. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Adams outside. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Baisley. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Lillard against Paul. Lillard outside. Launches it. The Thunder pull it in. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Here's McCollum. 17 points for him last game against San Antonio.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points.
And finished off by Collins.
That'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate, McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
Lillard against Paul. Feeds it to Gallinari. Adams trying to free himself up. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Gallinari. Now Lillard. He's got 11. There's the dish to Nurkic. It's stolen by Adams. Here's Paul. Nurkic with the block.
Oh, this is the impact Nurkic makes on the defensive end. Effective at reaching out and stifling shooters.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
That's his second three-pointer of this quarter after not getting any in the first.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
When he was drafted, Damian Lillard said he wanted to go to the Blazers with the 6th pick. The opportunity to play right away and be embraced by the city of Portland.
For the Trailblazers, Pau Gasol is checked in for Zach Collins. And it's Hassan in for Rodney Hood. Schroeder with the ball. Pass to Ferguson. And that one is stuffed right through.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. McCollum right side. That 3 off the mark. And Damian Lillard says, Greg, win or lose, he wants to stay in Portland. He keeps his residence there year-round.
And talk about his loyalty. In high school, lightly recruited. He ends up committing to Weber State. His senior year, all the big schools come calling. And Lillard kept his commitment. That shows you how he's built.
And here now the Thunder, following the missed shot by Nurkic. And Adams kicks to Ferguson. Gasol with the steal. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And finished off by Hazonia.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
Schroeder against McCollum. Schroeder passes to Robertson. Adams right side. Kicks it out to Schroeder. 3 on the clock. The Thunder with another miss.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting him.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. He dishes it to Lillard. The pass to Hazonia. Lets a floater go, and it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got rebound number 5 here tonight Ferguson, the pass to Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Oh, good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
52 seconds left now here in the second. Lillard dishes to McCollum. And they call an illegal screen here.
And already his third foul. It's got to be time to get him out of there probably until the third quarter.
Kent Bazemore's checked in for Portland. And Fernie Simons comes in for Lillard. Thunder trailing by 9. Schroeder finds Robertson. These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. No good on the free throw.
This has become a theme for these guys. Way too many missed chances at the line.
Whiteside's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Pass to Whiteside. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Back to Schroeder. And stolen by Bazemore. And here's the fast break. Oh, Whiteside in position. And Portland with another turnover here.
And that's a gift if I've ever seen it. They've got to communicate much better out there.
There's 10 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Gallinari on the wing over Hazonia. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, they've been shooting poorly. Is that good defense or bad offense?
Probably a little bit of both. You know, I think we're competing defensively, and they've missed some opportunities.
It's led to good results for you, though. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They lead by 11. Shaq, how do you think Portland played?
Well, they're out in front tonight because of their offensive rebounding. Those second chance buckets came into play in a big way. Those are effort points, momentum builders, salvaging points off the scrap heap. You never heard me say scrap heap before, Ernie. I don't even know what it means. It just sounded good.
And over to Kenny. Your thoughts on the Thunder?
Well, obviously, they didn't show up on the glass at all. They were getting outworked, out-hustled, and outplayed. And their competition showed just the opposite. They wanted it more. You can't give up a ton of extra possessions in a game like this and expect to win.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Portland leading by 11. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Bazley in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
I like seeing Lillard go to the floater. He has such a soft release and touch on this shot.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. And so he makes both from the line. Here's Lillard. And Adams sends it back. Paul against Lillard. The drive by Paul. Good on the shot. Paul's got 15.
Always a threat to turn on the Jets. Paul, quick switch of gears. Gets to the rack.
Now here's McCollum. Pass to Nurkic. Lillard outside. And a miss there on the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Oh, the lob to Gallinari.
I've seen Paul make about 1 million of those passes over his career and never gets old.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Three-pointer, Lillard. The shot misses. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way.
Might take them a little while to find their stride here in the second half. Only 1 for 4 so far. They just need to calm down, play their game. Only 1 for 5 to start the half. I mean, whatever adjustments they made at halftime weren't the right ones.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Yeah, now that's how you mount a comeback. They're not all the way back, but they're getting close.
And here are the Trailblazers now. The Thunder making the shot. McCollum outside. Three-pointer. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 4 assists now tonight.
A lethal shooter from downtown. McCollum, he enjoys opportunities to pull the trigger.
Out to Gallinari. Here's Adams. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on C.J. McCollum. The Thunder have had 15 tries at the line. They've made 10. And he can't get the first one. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
Well, that's their first miss after hitting 3 in a row to start the half. I mean, I guess it had to happen sometime.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good.
They made the most of their halftime adjustments. They're shooting 80% so far in the second half.
Here's Lillard. He's got 16. Dishes it to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. McCollum outside. They get a hand on it. 5 on the clock. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Gallinari with the rebound. Gallinari's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Adams.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
Well, anyone can tell they've ramped up the intensity. I mean, they're more assertive, and especially at the offensive end.
Paul against Lillard. Over Paul. Nice follow through on the fadeaway. 18 points for Lillard.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Paul passes to Gallinari. Paul goes in. Nurkic with the block. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. From deep, Gallinari. Good on the three-point shot. Gallinari's got 11.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Mccollum outside. Lillard from outside. Offensive rebound. Nurkic. Adams, some nice D.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Portland leading. Lillard outside. Pass to Collins. Lillard against Paul. A floater. Offensive rebound. Hits. Count that one from Nurkic. 10 points for him.
Well, when you see the hard-working mentality of Nurkic, I mean, love how assertive he is on the offensive boards.
Paul passes to Bazley. And the rejection by Collins. Here's Hood. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Gallinari's got 8 rebounds in this game. And the 10th pick in 2017 out of Gonzaga, Zach Collins, figures to be an important piece moving forward.
No, just a huge demand for rim protectors who can also space the floor. With this 9'3" standing reach, are you kidding me? He's a presence inside.
Knocked loose. Paul with the ball. Now guarded by Hood. Here's Bazley. Adams trying to free himself up. Kicks it to Gallinari. Paul outside. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Gilgeous-Alexander for the lead. And it's Adams getting it to go. Adams has got the lead up to 1 now for the Thunder.
His individual effort has been outstanding tonight, and it's helped him grab the lead.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Kicks it out to McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 6 assists in the game.
You got to know McCollum is looking to fire off the pass. This is why you must play up on.
Now here's Paul. He's got 17. Down low. Gallinari passes to Paul. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Lillard outside. The Thunder pull it in.
Oh, the defense with no impact at all. Just didn't have the feel for his jump shot.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
So Portland ends up going with the new group.
And let's take a look at Danilo Gallinari's numbers. He's coming off an excellent season. 4th in free throw percentage, and he also shot his way into the top 5 in percentage from long range. Just a knockdown shooter.
And yeah, he was money from the charity stripe. Only a handful of players shot a better percentage last season. Tremendous asset. Whiteside, good.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And here's Schroeder. And Mccollum has it in the corner. Off target with his 3. Portland's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. And the rejection by Noel. And they're able to recover. Outside for Gasol. Tries again. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Now it's a 4-point Portland lead. Schroeder, right side, and the pass to Robertson. Gallinari against Whiteside, and it's Gallinari missing. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. And the rejection by Noel. And he gets it back. Here's Bazemore. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. And while we have a chance, let's take a look at the best free throw shooters in the league from last season. Damian Lillard third, Gallinari fourth.
And how about the work both of them put in from the foul line? Just such a consistent, dependable performance from both.
A free throw dropped for Bazemore. And so Bazemore nails both of them. Thunder trailing by 6. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And it's blocked by Whiteside. And stolen by Noel. And stolen by Bazemore. Pass to Simons. And it's off the back rim, no good. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Here's Gallinari. Drops in the layup for 2. Gallinari's got 15.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Trailblazers leading by 4. Right side, the pass to Simons. With some arc, and he lays it up and in. Simons has got his second basket of the night.
Oh, even from that range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game.
Passes it to Mccollum. He kicks it to Robertson. Gallinari against Gasol. Over Gasol. And it's Gallinari missing. Portland's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Simons, the pass to Whiteside. Again, the Trailblazers score.
Look, he's a tough fella to deal with when he gets below the free throw line.
Now, Robertson. Schroeder outside. Mccollum with the ball. He's up against Gasol. Mccollum misses.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Bazemore misses.
Come on, you got to get up on him and play some defense. They won't get away with that next time.
It's tipped. All by himself. All alone. And the slam dunk by Bazemore.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Now, here is Gallinari. He's got 15. Schroeder kicks to Gallinari. 6 to shoot. Back to Schroeder. Shot from the wing. And no good. Now Portland takes it the other way. They host the 76ers after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. They get the rebound. Whiteside, good.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Now here's Schroeder. The feed to Noel. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 3rd assist on the night. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter of the game.
And if they're thinking they can get a 2-for-1 here.
You just have to manage the clock correctly. You know, sometimes it's easier said than done if you also want to get a good look.
Thunder trailing by 10. Gallinari attacking, and it's blocked by Whiteside. And it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession. And the Thunder making a switch here. Adams checked in, and the Trailblazers making a change here as well. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Anfernee Simmons. The Blazers on offense. They're on a 17-6 run. Bazemore misses. McCollum against Schroeder. All sorts of time. And Adams with the basket on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 4 assists now tonight. McCollum from deep three-point land. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. Back right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Well, I like that he didn't make his decision too early. You know, he let the play develop. That's how you do it. Finds the weakness in that defense.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, Kent Bazemore is out there with McCollum. Then there's Whiteside. Then it's Pau Gasol. And it's Hezonja in at the 3. Trailblazers leading by 6. Hezonja on the wing. Bazemore with it. And now, here's Hezonja. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Whiteside. Second chance shot. And the rejection by Noel. Here's Schroeder. The shot will not fall. Good D by McCollum. Top the key, Bazemore. To the paint. Gallinari with the steal. And here they come. On up the court, and Adams with the slam.
And the offense has just operated really smoothly here in the open floor.
Yeah, that's the one area where they've had an edge, but they've been outworked in too many other aspects of this game.
Here's McCollum, following the score by Oklahoma City. They get it back. Whiteside.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Schroeder finds Gallinari. Back to Schroeder. Rejected by Gasol.
And really, Gasol does an incredible job getting his hands up in the air, which results in a ton of rejection.
Here's Hezonja. Gallinari with the rebound. Gallinari's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's Adams. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. They get Hassan Whiteside.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The first one falls. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Whiteside. Zach Collins comes in for Pau Gasol. Rodney Hood's checked in for Mario Hezonja. And Lillard subbed in for Kent Bazemore. Both good from the line that time.
That's what they want to see from him, attacking, getting whistles, and maybe causing some foul trouble.
Knocked away. It's stolen by Schroeder. Fires from 18, and right through it goes. Schroeder's got 4 points this quarter.
Nice play call there. Down the stretch, getting him the open look.
Yeah, and when the game is tight, you can see why they go to him. And by the way, where was the defense on that play?
Lillard with the bucket.
I mean, logs his first 3 of the second half. After nailing 2 in the first, they don't want to let this fella get going.
Out to the right wing. Lillard comes with the double team. It's good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 22 points.
Yeah, clutch play there. No reason to risk the jumper when you can get to the rack.
No, he's reading the defense, sensing the opening. He doesn't hesitate.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Tipped away. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Schroeder. Chris Paul, he's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. McCollum outside. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Nurkic can't hit.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in a perfect position to alter the shot.
And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
That's just a needless giveaway. You got to make the defense work for their turnovers.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got 14. 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Here's Baisley. Noel trying to break loose, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
It's McCollum with the drive. Count it.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
And stolen by Hood. Lillard with no one around. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Knocks down his second 3 of the half. I mean, he had 2 of them in the first half also, doing some solid work from deep.
He lobs it up. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's McCollum. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And the speed of McCollum, outstanding at using it on the drive to pick up the contact. One of the top 10 shooting guards in the NBA, C.J. McCollum. I mean, you wondered, though, would he be even better lined up as a point guard? I'm not sure. But his defense has been his shortcoming. At 6'3", his size is better suited for the one.
First one falls for him. See, Webb, you think about McCollum as a point guard. His assists have dropped 3 seasons running.
Yeah, Kevin, but that's because his role on this team is to score. I mean, he's so skilled. He can get other guys involved, but you want him putting it in the bucket. Who's a better option than him besides Dame Lillard? On another team, though, with a chance to start at point guard, I wouldn't mind seeing that adjustment.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
All right, it's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Now here's Hood. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Here's Lillard. Makes it off the glass. Lillard's got 12 points in just the second half. Thunder trailing by 8. Here's Paul. Banked in off the glass.
Oh, you can tell Paul is used to playing against physical defense. You got to do more than that to slow him down.
And so here's Portland. McCollum outside. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. McCollum no good. And Adams sends it back. And now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break champs.
That's nice hustle up the court. I mean, a nice pass to reward that hustle.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Trailblazers leading by 3. Outside Hood. Pass to Lillard. There's Nurkic. Over Adams. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Steven Adams picks one up.
280 pounds. I mean, Nurkic, he's a handful to deal with at times. I mean, you better foul him.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
And even though he couldn't get all of them to fall, he did make it a 2-possession game.
That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Paul. And so here's Portland. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Knocks it loose. McCollum outside. Shoots from the line. And too long on the shot.
Yeah, and he had the D tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Adams. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Adams has got it all tied up now for Oklahoma City. Lillard outside. High, arcing shot. No good that time. Paul with the defensive effort. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. They're on an 11-3 run right now. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And the foul goes against Portland. No good on that one. Gallinari, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. That one misses. Portland's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Now here's Hood. Not a lot of room.
And a 6'8" Hood has great size. He's a tall guard who's talented at scoring from there.
And he makes the first.
The key for Hood is consistency. Now he's an established player. He has the tools needed to be a solid scorer in this league.
Both free throws good from Hood.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
The pass to Adams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Paul. Gallinari right side. Over Collins. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. A 2-point game. And the basket by McCollum.
Strange game for him. Barely made any noise in the first half. And here in the second, he's been everywhere.
And it's Paul penetrating. Here's Gallinari. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. 17 points for Gallinari.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Portland leading by 3. Lillard, the pass to Hood. Now here's McCollum. Pass to Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. The shot off the left rim and out. Oklahoma City shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. Gilgeous-Alexander. No good from outside. And that's a foul called on Gallinari. That'll be his second foul of the game. Portland's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. McCollum, no good. Thunder trailing by 3 to the left side wing. Here's Bazley on target from 13 feet. Bazley's got 4 points in the quarter.
Efficiency has been the hallmark right now down the stretch. He is making the most of his opportunity.
The Trailblazers shooting for the game at 42%. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And you can tell he feels he should have had it still. The hustle was impressive.
And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last.
And that's just a risky play to make a heave like that. Not worth it.
Oklahoma City's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Adams' shot is off. And for Portland, they're shooting just 30% from the field here in the fourth. The offensive rebound, Collins. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
What focus from the big man. Collins is used to having to overcome tough defense.
Oklahoma City trailing. Paul outside. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Get the teardrop. Passes it to Bazley. 5 to shoot. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Left side, Collins. Here's Nurkic. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And they've controlled the glass throughout this game, but it's still close.
Gallinari against Collins. Paul outside, and they double up Paul. And stolen by Hood. And now Lillard running the floor all by himself.
And look, give Hood credit. Seeing an opportunity to swipe the ball and does just that.
Lillard against Paul. Elbow shot is on the way. Here's another rebound. He hauls in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass.
Look, I know he wants to get him back into this, but that's not the way to do it. They need smart shots, not heaves.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, it feels like they're just one step ahead right now, looking to build out their advantage even further.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're behind by 9. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Hassan Whiteside.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
There must be something about playing in a hostile environment that drives him. He is really fed off that. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan talking to his team. He warned them they've got to get back in transition. He said they've given up way too many fast break points, and he said we have to slow the pace of the game down and force them into taking some tough shots. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Trailblazers leading by 6. Outside Collins. Back to Lillard. And he banks in the layup. Lillard's got 16 here in the second half.
I love how Lillard takes the initiative on offense. I mean, Kev, he's a creative and talented guard who's been absolutely on fire.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 9. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Whiteside's checked in. There's 1:26 left in the fourth. Here's Paul. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got assist number 11 for him here tonight. Portland's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. McCollum passes to Lillard. Sweet little floater. Lillard's got 32 points.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Trailblazers.
One of the areas that has been critical for them is second chance points we've seen from them tonight.
A huge factor in this one, Kevin. The hustle on the offensive glass, the willingness to go after those rebounds, that was key.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Hassan Whiteside.
Wow, he owned this game. He never stopped working. He did it all for them, and you can't help but admire that kind of effort.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Kicks it out to Collins. From outside, off the mark. And here is Adams. Here's Gallinari. Again, the Thunder score.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
So the Trailblazers win it. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your improvement at the defensive end. And did we see that tonight?
We made some mistakes like every other basketball team does, but I think we did a great job of making adjustments. You know, we got a little more physical. You know, we did a great job of that.
And that led to a big win, Damian. Thanks for your time, man. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.
Thank you.